Assalamu alaikum, parents and students. Welcome to another week of distance learning. Please make sure when you enter MS Teams to go to the right channel. Today we'll be looking at English. Alright, so we'll go to English and we are on week 6. Press there to check on the files. We've attached the online learning lesson plan, the PowerPoint, as well as the worksheet. In the online learning lesson plan, parents, you can find the lesson overview, the success criteria, the assignments, as well as links to helpful online resources. Now, these are very important, especially if you're finding trouble with the content. There will always be some helpful links and resources to help you understand better. All right, so let's take a look at our presentation for today. Today we'll be talking about procedural writing. Okay, we've learned a few different kinds of writing, and today it is procedural writing. At the end of this lesson, learners will be able to write, edit, revise, and publish a procedural paragraph. Please make sure you watch the lesson tutorials, and then you can come back to continue with me. So what is procedural writing? Procedural writing is known as how-to writing. It explains how to do something. It tells the reader how to do or make something. The information is presented in a step-by-step process. Okay, so for example, we can learn how to make hot chocolate in procedural writing. Okay? So procedural texts, what do? A procedural text tells the reader how to do or make something. It often includes step-by-step or sequenced instructions. Sequenced means step-by-step. Here are some examples: how to ski, how to cook fried rice, and how to knit a scarf. And these are all different titles for procedural texts. Here are some other examples. Procedural texts can come in the form of recipes, in the form of science experiments, and game instructions. And all of these are how-to writing. Okay, they show you how to do something. So here we have an example of a recipe, a science experiment, and game instructions. Let's look at the recipe. Over here, it looks like we're going to be learning how to make a grilled cheese sandwich. So we have some steps, and they're numbered. All right, first we get 2 slices of bread. Number 2, we put butter on the bread. Number 3, put a slice of cheese on the bread. 4 says cover the sandwich with the other slice of bread. Put the bread in a pan and grill it. And last, we eat and enjoy. So we got full steps about how to make a grilled cheese sandwich. And we always get steps and science experiments as well as game instructions when we want to learn how to do something. All right? And that's called procedural writing or procedural texts. Now, what are some characteristics of a procedural text? What does it have inside? All right, let's look at our example first. Let's read it, and then we can see what is inside of this example. Over here it says, how to make applesauce. Number 1, wash the apples. Number 2, peel the apples. Number 3, cut the apples. 4, cook the apples. And 5, eat. All right, so what do we have in here? The characteristics are, first of all, that the goal is clearly stated. What do you think? Is the goal clearly stated here? Well, I think it is, because it says how to make applesauce. That's our goal. That's what we will reach at the end of our procedural text. So the goal is clearly stated. The materials are listed in order of use. Well, I got the materials and I got the order of use, how I'm supposed to do them, in what order. The steps are listed in order and are often numbered. And that's true over here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We didn't start with 5 and then do 3, then 2. No, we started with 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. All right, so there's numbered steps and they're listed in order. It uses action words. We have a lot of actions over here: wash, peel, cut, cook, and eat. And these are all action words. We need to make sure our procedural text also has transition words like first, then, next, and finally. And there's always detailed information on how, where, and when. Okay, and we'll see some more examples. This one is a simple example. We will take a look at another one. Our success criteria for procedural writing. Here's our checklist. What do we need to check when we are doing procedural writing? You need to check that you stated your goal in the beginning. What the procedure is for making or doing something. You need to say, did I state my goal in the beginning? Next, I need to check that I will include materials needed, and I need to tell the reader how much or how many materials are needed. I will include step-by-step instructions. I will make sure my step-by-step instructions follow a sequence. That means they have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not 5, 6, 7, 3, 2, 1. All right, and I need to make sure I will use the present tense. So this is your success criteria or your checklist for procedural writing. And you can use this whenever you're doing how-to or procedural writing to make sure that you have done all the characteristics of your paragraph that are needed. All right, so whenever we have a paragraph that we need to write, we need to make sure we have a draft. We always have guidelines and a word bank to help us out. We can also brainstorm. Over here it looks like someone was brainstorming about a peanut butter sandwich, and they're going to write about how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And they have a little drawing. So here's the draft of the paragraph, all right? And I can see over here they listed their materials and they listed their steps. So let's take a look at their paragraph. After they wrote their draft, they must have written a paragraph, right? And we have an example of a waggle, or what a good one looks like, of procedural writing. Let's take a look. They have a title, a topic sentence, supporting sentences with the materials and steps, as well as a concluding sentence. So we're going to read this together to see a good example of procedural writing for us to learn from. All right, so let's begin. How to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. If you feel hungry and you want to prepare a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you need to follow some simple steps. You need to prepare these materials: bread, peanut butter, jelly, and a knife. First, prepare 2 slices of bread. Next, use the knife to apply peanut butter to 1 piece of bread. After that, use the knife to apply jelly to the other piece of bread. Finally, combine both slices of bread and enjoy your sandwich. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich is the best treat of all time. All right, so I can see in my topic sentence the goal is stated, and then I have my materials and steps, and they're all in order. I have my transition words: first, next, after, finally, and at the end I have a concluding sentence. All right, so this is a good example of procedural writing. So now it's going to be your turn to write a procedural text on MS assignments, and you are going to use the success criteria to check it. So your teacher will go over the success criteria as well as the topic that you will be writing about, and you can always brainstorm and make a little picture, and then over here you will be writing your paragraph. All right, thank you very much for being here with me today. At the end of this lesson, please make sure you assess your learning. You will ask yourself, what did you learn today and how did you find it? And you can also use the learning pit to assess your learning. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a great rest of the day.